Good morning, everybody. So today is Monday the 19th of January. It's 2026. I'm 49 years old in 2 days. That's going to get a bit boring, isn't it, after a while? So I'll stop doing that. As you can see, there's been a bit of an aftermath in respect to the winds and rains, etc., because I need to clean all that stuff up over there. I will do it, I promise. I need to clean the garage up as well. I promise I'll do it. I need to clean the Porsche. I know, I'll promise I'll do it. But today is a work day because the Ferrari is going nowhere. And unlike certain beliefs out there, without sounding too bad, people got to go to work. Why have they got to go to work? To pay for the cars. Why do they need to pay for cars? Because we've got bills to pay. The cars aren't the first things that we pay for. It's things like the house, school, bills, gas, electricity, water, you name it. And yeah, like everybody else, I got to go to work to be able to pay for stuff, and working hard is the only way I'm ever going to do that. So today is a work day. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be going to work. See you all later. Good morning. So it's going to be another dose of, is he really going to do 365 days of this, given the fact that he's now on 362 odd days remaining? Looks like it. As you can see, my beard, it's windy outside, my beard's going all over the place. There you go. Let's try and tuck that in a little bit, make life a bit more appeasing for people with regards to seeing things. Don't really want to see that flapping around all over the place. So I thought to myself, what should I talk about today? Let's actually talk about the fact that Ferrari ownership isn't everything it's meant to be, in the sense of, oh, you've done it, you've achieved it, oh, fantastic, oh, wow, great, look at me kind of thing. It's more a case of whereby you start realising that ownership isn't easy, right? You've got to look after the damn thing, you've got to maintain the thing, you've got to then think about all the things that possibly could go wrong with it over the space of a year. And I'd like to say I completely knew everything that was going to go wrong. Luckily, nothing has gone majorly wrong yet. Little things annoy me in regards to fluffs coming out of the vents at times because the car is so old, or occasionally when you want the car to heat up when you're driving long distances, and it's not as easy as that. You know, it's just like, well, other cars do this, why can't you, sort of thing. Yeah, it's more things like that happen. So invariably the question will be, what do you do when things go wrong? How will you manage them? How will you afford them? What do you do? Well, it's just like anything in life, right? You kind of have a contingency fund put to one side in respect to sort of maintenance figures that people have kind of quoted or you've researched on. And for me, that's been around a couple of K mark. So respective to service, or if something goes seriously wrong, put some money aside for that. Have I budgeted beyond that? No, because that's almost like an anticipation of something really bad happening. I don't think I'm that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of fatalist in respect of saying that, yep, all right, that's going to go wrong, that's going to go wrong, that's just too much, right? It's way too much to live your life like that. I'm okay in respect to if something truly bad goes wrong and I've got to spend double what I thought I needed to. I'm okay with that. If I had to go to triple, quadruple, 5 times, 20 times, that kind of stuff, then it's at that point that I'd really think life decisions completely. But we are where we are, right? You know, I bought this because I really wanted something that was of value and meaning to me. I think that's what's the personal part of all this. And I'm okay with that. You know, it seems a little bit waffly and a little bit of a scenic view for yourself at the same time. But in respect to the ownership aspect of things, it's cool. It is what it is, right? I picked the car, so now I'm going to live with what I've got. And luckily, touch wood, so far, it's been a really great experience. And lots of people are really friendly. They come and ask you questions. They'll message you. I had one person message me saying that, you know, it was one of his dream cars. And it was a bucket list car for him, which is great. You know, so like I want people to have bucket list views. I want people to have aspirations. I have aspirations too, just like they do, in respect to the kind of things that they really enjoy in life and the cars they want to drive and cars they want to own. It's a lovely view of central London today. Thames maybe not so much, it's looking as murky as it usually does, so I can't fix that part. What else is there about cars in general in regards to this Ferrari and the 575? The shape, oh man, that shape, that's what really got me. The shape and the colour of that interior kind of had, they knew they had me right when that vehicle, because who would say no to something that looks like that? Really, who would? I mean, I can hear you always thinking in the background, or maybe not, as the case may be, It can't all be about looks. It must have some personality. And you're right, it does. It has a really annoying personality, actually. And the most annoying part of its personality is that bloody immobiliser. Oh my God. Right, so cars of a certain era with Ferrari came with a key and a fob. And my car is of that era where it comes with a key and a fob. That key and the fob element is an aspect which is really frustrating. So you open the car, you get in the car. As you get in the car, you have to then press the immobiliser. And if you forget to press the immobiliser button, the alarm goes off. When the alarm goes off, everybody hears it. I find that strange. Like, I really do. Like most modern cars, you press a button, in you get. You don't have to then press another button in order before you start the car. But in this one, you do. So that's a rather frustrating aspect of ownership in regards to getting away and driving. So remember what I said yesterday in regards, in respect to the fact that you can't just get in and off you go. There's the whole thing around the trickle charger. Take that off. And it's not like the things that Shmi has on his cars. Shmi 150 has a great set of cars and a great set up in regards to his trickle chargers, where he just needs to clip something onto the number plate. That's not happening with this car, because the heat that would be in the engine and in regards to where the trickle charger needs to be. So thank you, Ferrari Owners Club of GB, for the help in respect to that one and answering my questions around that. You can't just plumb it straight into something else and tuck it away, etc., etc. The wires would just melt. So it's attached to where it is on the battery terminal. I live with that, so every single time when you get in the car, you've got to open the bonnet, you've then got to attach the trickle charger, so you then have to reverse all that process when you come back home after a drive or going anywhere. So it's never a case whereby you just park the car and that's it, it's done. Doesn't happen, unfortunately. But again, these are the things you kind of learn to live with, because it's part and parcel of the ownership. And again, part, I suppose, the personality of the vehicle. It's 20 years old, right? I wasn't expecting it to be a walk in the park or a walk around the Thames as it seems to be today, but I'm enjoying it. I really am enjoying it. I get it. It has this sense of occasion that I never thought the car would have. It has a feeling of real old school luxury, like a real thing of value, of like a piece of art that you really want to curate and keep to the best of its condition, which is why my cars don't get cleaned all the time. Right? I have a very special person who comes around, who details the cars and cleans the cars really, really well, and you'll probably see him later on this week. And his name's Tommy, Danks Detailing. So shout out to Tommy and Danks Detailing, and they're really good. So I say they, I say he. He is really, really good. He is awesome at the stuff that he does, because he's so meticulous. Like detailers, I mean, wow. If I ever had the chance to come back in life for something, I would come back as a car detailer. The reason I'd come back as a car detailer is, my God, the attention to that word detail, they nail much more than anybody else I know. They're really, really meticulous, and if they're really good detailers, they take an absolute eternity to clean your car. They don't just do a quick 5-10 minute job, a 20-minute job, 30-minute job. They're there for nearly an hour and a half, and that your car's really clean. So why did I start a YouTube channel? Well, I started ages ago. And why now? Why do this thing now? You haven't done it beforehand. I've never chronicled things like this. I did do 365 challenge years ago, but I was photograph based. It's much more easier, right? Video is much more personal, much intrusive almost, but more real. That's the whole thing. Something that's real. YouTube is almost designed to be this whole aspect of do this, be this, achieve this, metric this, audience this, and all this other kind of stuff. And loads of people have ideas and theologies in regards to how you grow and why you get views, and who's going to watch anything you put out there and how you're supposed to do it. Nobody really knows, I think. So I'm going to play around with this algorithm stuff and see whether this YouTube algorithm really works in the way that everyone else says it does. And if it doesn't, tell you. If it does, tell you that too. So, as I was saying, I was kind of rudely interrupted and nudged off my thoughts a little bit there. You can be anything you want to be, right? Where did this whole thing about limitation of belief come in? Why did we start accepting limitations of beliefs? Look at me. I am a living embodiment of who I am, what I am and what I stand for. I'm never going to hide that fact. I'm not going to change that fact. So that diversity of car ownership is also part of diversity of life, right? Not everyone is going to look the same, everyone's going to be the same, but you can still do things being the way that you are, looking the way that you are, and achieving as you are. So we're going to show you that, we're going to progress that, we're going to chronicle that, and at the end of it all, there might be something really amazing that happens. And that could be a transformation in you, as you see a transformation, hopefully, in the next 365 odd days in me. And with that, see you tomorrow. Bye.